In a high-stakes boardroom, one person raises their voice and waves their hands, yet the room actively tunes them out. Then, a second individual enters. They stand at the head of the table in total silence. Within seconds, the shouting stops and everyone in the room turns to them. This level of presence originates from a specific psychological orientation rather than a job title, a bank balance, or raw charisma. By default, the human brain is wired for reaction. When a market crashes or a critic delivers an insult, the nervous system triggers a cascade of stress hormones that hijack the prefrontal cortex. This state leaves the individual entirely at the mercy of their environment. This chart visualizes the external locus of control. In this state, the mind, this central circle, is physically deformed by outside forces. Every opinion and market setback acts as a vector, forcing the individual into a state of constant, erratic adaptation. Success at the highest levels requires a shift to an internal locus. The center solidifies. A boundary forms that separates external stimuli from internal decision-making. The chaos remains, striking the edges, but it no longer has the power to warp the core. Developing this level of fortitude requires shifting the focus of attention entirely inward. By refusing to react to the external noise, you deprive the environment of its power to dictate your behavior. Mastering the internal locus begins with a simple observation of consequences. Emotions are temporary, but the decisions made while under their influence produce permanent results. Most people fall into the trap of the megaphone effect. When someone reacts instantly and speaks first, they create a closed loop, broadcasting existing knowledge and preventing new data from entering. Choosing silence breaks this loop. The output node shrinks, allowing a massive array of new behavioral data to flow in. This creates an information advantage. You are now monitoring the emotional baselines and hidden anxieties of everyone else in the room. This expanded intake allows a silent observer to map variables that reactive individuals are too distracted to see. They identify the leverage points and hidden risks before they ever open their mouth. Using observation as an active posture serves as a strategic mechanism to override the biological urge to react, preserving the clarity needed for high-stakes judgment. The next layer of external pressure is the weight of public consensus. Humans possess a deep-seated instinct to conform to the expectations of the crowd. Attempting to please every external critic requires a continuous shift in identity, eventually hollowing out an individual's core directive, leaving them with no stable internal compass. Elite decision-makers use a specific mental protocol to handle this, a mechanical sorting filter. When public criticism hits, it is poured into the funnel. The system isolates constructive data points, channeling clean shapes into a secure node. Personal attacks and emotional venom are categorized as noise and discarded through the waste chute, dissolving entirely. Internal command requires treating public opinion strictly as a resource to be mined, never as a master to be followed. The true test of these protocols occurs at the moment of catastrophic failure, when the risk has materialized and the clock is ticking. While many view a crash as a definitive end, the resilient mind treats failure as a high-value data acquisition event. They immediately execute a 3-question analytical loop. What was learned from the crash? Where is the specific vulnerability? And what is the exact variable to change for the next attempt? This sorting matrix prevents panic by triaging variables. Items like market volatility or competitor actions are dragged into the no control zone and deleted. With the noise cleared, the control column expands. Cognitive energy is directed toward personal habits and raw effort, providing essential stability. At this point, the process becomes an algorithm. It processes fear, isolates controllable variables, and executes the necessary step regardless of the external pressure. This cognitive framework develops brick by brick through daily, high-pressure micro-decisions. It is a practiced discipline of choosing the internal locus over the external reaction. The external world will remain chaotic. Markets will fluctuate and crises will arise without warning. These are constants that cannot be changed. Fortifying the internal mind removes the requirement to control the world. When the external noise cannot breach your mental boundary, the chaos loses its ability to dictate your future. The blueprint is consistent. Regulate your emotional intake, filter the crowd's noise, extract data from failure, and protect the internal locus of control. Invincibility belongs to the person who has conquered their own mind. They alone are equipped to handle any challenge the world throws at them.